spooky beans, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm building on Pumpkaboo and I'm going to be building the area next to the entrance that I built in the last video. So if you didn't see that video, go watch that one first and then come straight back here. I'm going to be building around a villager house today, and I'm also going to be moving that villager in with an amiibo card, so that should be fun and exciting and a little bit different. Before we get started though, I'd love it if you could like, comment and subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. Now let's get building this villager area. So I've just walked from my entrance build to where I'm going to be placing the new villager house, and I just got to move all my junk out the way because I didn't realize I actually left the cupboard in that there. So move that and then we can start building. Do you know what's really funny? The villager that we are moving out today is Stinky, and Stinky is literally sat on the corner there of the sidewalk. So yeah, but he doesn't know it yet, but I do. Anyway, here we are placing down some road, and this is Colin Crossing's road, of course. This is the one he did with the leaves on the side, and it's just so beautiful. I really love it. By the way, any of the codes that I use in today's video you can find in the description down below, and if there's any I forgot, just let me know because I am in the process of putting all the codes in the description, so I might have forgotten a few. So yeah, just let me know. Just want to have a little bit of a rant. Why has it got warm here in the UK again? I do not understand. It was getting nice and cool and I was ready for autumn to come, and now I've woken up today and I have itchy eyes and sneezing and everything, and I've taken a tablet so that it stops, but my eyes are still itchy. So yeah, please go away summer now. I mean, you'd think by me building an autumn island it might have, you know, persuaded the weather here to not get warm again, but apparently not. Apparently it's not how it works. Just because you're building an autumn island doesn't mean the summer is gone. Ugh, I wish it did though. I wish it did mean that. While I was moaning about the weather, I did see my bestie Boots just walk past. I wonder where he's off to. We should follow the villagers one day, or like for a whole day, and see what they get up to. Probably nothing because they don't do anything anyway. I've already ranted about how I want them to interact with the items more before in a few previous videos, so we won't be going there again. Right, so I can talk about my second island now, just while we're laying down some pathway. My second island we decided to name Thistle. Now if you didn't catch my live stream the other day on Saturday, we restarted Primrose and named the new island Thistle. Thistle is going to be more spooky rather than Halloween. So if Halloween isn't really your thing, but you love a bit of spookiness, Thistle will probably be the island for you. I want to make it a bit witchy and natural, so yeah, that should be a fun island to do alongside this one because they're both completely different. Right, so now it's time to move that house I was talking about, and we'll move Stinky. So now that we've placed the house, I can scan in my new villager with my amiibo cards and invite him to stay. So here's the new villager that's permanently staying on Pumpkaboo, and it is Roscoe, and he's such a cutie. I don't think I've ever had him before, so I'm very excited to have him on my island this time. We're going to pop a little bridge next to his house, so we'll just quickly build that, and this is where Roscoe is going to live. So to help me decide what I wanted to build in Roscoe's yard, I decided to use Google and good old AC Wiki. I read through his bio from previous games, and I've decided to give him a little car park area with an old garage and also a band section. Now you may be thinking how I'm going to fit all that in this small little section, but you'll see how I do it. So basically Roscoe likes music, but he also likes cars and being a mechanic and that sort of thing, and that's what I found out about him, so that's what I'm going to do for the outside of his house. It's probably what I'll do for the interior as well when I get round to doing them, but I do need to start HHP soon and quickly whiz through all that to be able to customize the villager houses. So now that I've time traveled a little bit, Roscoe has moved in, and he's such a cutie, isn't he? I just had to show you guys him in his house. Now we can actually work on the exterior of his house since we've done all the path laying and moving villagers about and things like that. So now it's time for decoration. The first item that I'm placing down is just basically called fence, and I have two different color customizations for this one. I have it in orange and black, and I just like how they look together. They give a really good Halloweeny vibe. Now in front of those I've got some retro transportation stops, and I'm putting them together like this just so it looks like a metal shed. I know we have a storage shed, but I prefer to use these sometimes because it's just a bit thicker, and I don't know, they just look like a bigger shed basically. Ooh, while I'm behind his house, I just want to talk about terraforming. Now I wasn't too sure how much terraforming I want to do on this island yet, but I definitely want to do more than Primrose. Now if you haven't seen my island Primrose, Primrose is basically completely flat apart from water terraforming and a few fake buildings that I've built because I needed some extra height and things like like that, but otherwise the island is completely flat except for the water terraforming. Now I'm not going to be doing that with this island. I am going to be doing a little bit of terraforming just because I want the back layer of this island to be a bit more raised. Well, that's what I want at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. You know me, I'm always changing my mind when I'm building the islands. And can we appreciate my cute little bestie Boots? Oh my gosh, he's literally my favorite villager. Him, Kiki, Punchy, basically all the cats, but mainly him. He's just so adorable. I love him. So my favorite in-game fencing has made a comeback. The vertical board fence, of course, and I've customized it in black, and it looks so good around Roscoe's house. So now let's make a start on the actual yard itself, and I've got a DIY workbench there, and then I'm going to pop a couple of tool carts here. I'm going to be putting some stuff on the tool carts and just making it look like it's where a mechanic would work, basically. And then for the music side of things, I'm adding this jukebox here, a drum kit, a guitar, an amp, that sort of thing. I do also add this effects rack, which I do end up taking away in a bit. You'll see why. It just isn't space for it, and I don't think it's supposed to be with the band stuff anyway, but that's where it ended up. By the way, Hazel gets in my way too much in this video, so if she could just stay out of the way, that would be nice. I'd love to keep Hazel actually on this island, but she's not spooky enough. She's autumnal enough, but not spooky enough, so I'm afraid she'll have to go as well. By the way, the items that I placed on the tool cart are a toolbox and some paint cans, in case you were wondering. And now this item is a tire stack and a tire toy. I have to add the tire stuff somewhere, you know, he wants to be a mechanic. You're gonna have to pop it somewhere in this build. Also, I had to use this retro gas pump just so you know that he's a mechanic. You know, he's a serious mechanic. He has his own gas pump. And there you go, the effects rack has disappeared now, and it's because I couldn't fit some fencing in. So it was either fencing or the effects rack, and fencing won because it was necessary. And if you are wondering, this is the spooky fencing. I know it's quite hard to tell from this angle, but yeah, it is the spooky fence. Now, to even more prove the point that Roscoe likes to do mechanic stuff, here is a scooter just for him. And now I feel like we need to make this place look a bit more Halloween-y, so let's add some pumpkins and also some spooky treats. That little plate right there is the spooky cookies, and it's actually a recipe that you can get during Halloween, so make sure you pick that one up because it's super adorable. It looks like that's for trick-or-treating, so little trick-or-treaters can come past and grab a cookie. Even though Roscoe is a cranky horse, he is actually a sweetheart to leave all those cookies outside, bless him. But just keep an eye on Boots, make sure he doesn't take the whole plate. We know what he's like. Now, you quickly just saw that tree that I placed down behind Roscoe's house. Now, that is an item called Decayed Tree. It looks a bit like the spooky tree, but without the pumpkins. We actually got that in the 2.0 update, and I'm so excited to be using it on this island because it looks so awesome. Now, I'm going to be using the good old item clothesline, because why not? Every house needs a clothesline. Where are they supposed to hang their wet clothes when they've just washed them, right? But we're going to put pumpkins there as well. And some tires, because, you know, we need to keep the whole vibe of Halloween going in every little section possible. So the road next to Roscoe's house on the right here, I just want to do a little bit of decorating on here as well because I feel like it's part of his house build, you know, it's part of the same section. I basically want to line the whole road with these plain fairy light archways. And then it looks like the lights are kind of hanging from the tree a little bit almost. I don't know, I just really like how it looks. It looks like the villagers have decorated it, so I think it's gonna look really nice at night time. And obviously we have to put pumpkins at the entrance of this road here because it is Halloween, and the more the merrier on pumpkins, right? It is leaf pile time. We got yellow leaf piles, red leaf piles, pile of leaves which are brown. Put them everywhere. They look amazing and they definitely add to the autumnal vibe. And then this car, I'm not sure if I like it. I don't know if I want to keep it there. Let me know what you think. Should I have cars on this island or should I not bother? Should I use a pumpkin carriage instead? It might look cuter. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Back here, I did a little bit of terraforming just so I know what sort of space I've got, and also to show you where I'm going to be planning on building the terraforming. It might change ever so slightly, but I doubt it. And then obviously we're going to add some more details behind here. I want to add flowers. I'm going to add wheat field. Of course, wheat field is back. And then I'm going to add these caves, but turn them around just so they look like rock. I really like how these look turned around actually. They do generally look like a pile of rocks, and I love that. I have done this before on Primrose by my lighthouse, and I loved how it looked there, so I definitely going to be using it some more on this island. You can tell when I overbuild more than I planned because I've actually managed to make it up towards where I dumped all my storage stuff, and I thought I would never make it up this way, so yep, we made it up here. Unplanned extra building, but that's okay, it's all good. mean, it's definitely better to build too much than it is to build too little, because otherwise the video would be really short and that'd be no good. We're basically just finishing off some path laying at the moment anyway. I must have just not been thinking straight because yeah, I end up putting the sidewalk there anyway. We will be putting lots more trees around this area so it has the same vibe as everywhere else. I'm going for lots of trees on this island for sure, way more than I used on Primrose, because I want it to have like a foresty cool feel to it as well, but obviously a town has been built here in the forest, if that makes sense. That's basically what I want to go for. And then I found 2 more plain fairy light archways in my storage, which is great, so that means I don't have to try and get 2 more. And then we've put some benches along there, and we've put some street lamps, all customized in the color black of course, and then we're going through, pop some more leaf piles and some scattered papers. Now I didn't know what to do up by the side of this river. I tried a few different fences and wasn't happy with them. I might just end up getting rid of this walkway altogether because I don't think it's actually going to lead to anywhere. But we have finished the build, so let's take a look around. So there we have it everyone, we have finished the build for Roscoe's house area today. I'll be doing some more houses probably in the next video, or I might do some fake buildings, I'm not sure yet. Obviously with that fencing by the river, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, I'll decide later on I feel. Now if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Also comment down below, even if it's just hello. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Come and join the Jellybean family. I hope you have a lovely spooky day wherever you are in the world my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!